The Nintendo Switch Pro Controller is a good controller, but it's really expensive, and the Joy-Cons that come with Nintendo Switch just are too small and cheap, and they just don't cut it. So what are our other options when it comes to Switch controllers? And I found this PDP controller, which I really think is a great option, especially for the 5 reasons why I think you should pick this one up. And that's what we're going to be going over today. The top 5 reasons why you might want to pick up this controller over the Switch Pro controller. Let's get into it. All right, so the number one reason why I think you might want to pick up the PDP option is that the shape and size of this controller are so similar. So this is the Pro controller here, which I have. I will hold up the PDP option, and they are so similar when it comes to the shape and size of the controller. Now, the Nintendo Switch Pro controller does feel a little bit heavier because it is the Pro controller and it's a lot more expensive, but this is very similar and it feels great to play. You don't really notice a difference that much when you are playing any of the games when you're comparing these two controllers. So why not go with the cheaper option when it feels exactly the same as the Pro controller? All the other consoles, for some reason, their controllers automatically have a headphone jack. For some reason, the Pro controller doesn't, but this PDP controller has a 3.5mm headphone jack right in the bottom of the controller. So it's nice. If you are playing in the living room and people are around you, you kind of want to just be in your own world and get more into the game. I find this problem a lot, so it's nice to have this feature. You can plug in any headphone that you have and it will work, and you can have your audio going right into your head. Reason number 3 is that this controller is a wired controller. Now, some people might say that why would you want a wired controller when you could have wireless? And yeah, a wireless controller is nice. The Switch Pro controller does have 40 hours, which that's plenty, but it's just nice to just plug it in and have it ready, automatically connected, and no issues whatsoever. PDP did give a 10-foot cable to this controller, and that is just plenty. Now, I have my Switch actually behind my TV, kind of towards the back. I really put it to the test to see if I can sit on different parts of the couch, and it doesn't matter where I sit. 10 feet is plenty, and it's not going to be a problem. Now, if you absolutely need a wireless controller, then obviously this won't be for you, but I'm telling you, 10 feet is plenty. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, hit the like button and answer this question for me. Which kind of controller are you using when you use your Nintendo Switch? Do you have a similar PDP like controller? Do you use the Pro controller, or do you use the Joy-Cons that came with the Nintendo Switch? Let me know down in the comments. So the 4th reason why you might want to buy this controller over the Switch controller is that all the buttons on this controller are completely customizable. It's nice. They have these two, they call them paddles, but I'm gonna buttons / paddles, and they're right in the back here. Listen, you might be able to hear them. So they do make a little bit of a sound, but you can customize them however you want. You don't have to use them. But for me, when I play Mario Kart, they are in a very good position where you can use them as a gas and brake, and it just feels more ergonomical, and it's just a better feeling for me. So you can find other ways in other games to customize your buttons any way you like. I feel like this is a really good feature, and to have these buttons here is a good reason to pick this controller up. And the last one that is quite obvious, the price difference. Like, this controller, the blue camo, is on sale right now on Amazon for $24.99. So for $25 versus if you're going on Amazon to buy the Switch Pro controller, it's going to cost you $69 or $70. So if you want to save money, I think this is a really good option to pick up. Now, if you are really into the Nintendo Switch, maybe it's the only console that you have, I could see why you'd want to spend the extra money to buy the Switch Pro controller. But for me and the amount of hours that I put playing the Switch and the way this controller feels and the customizable buttons, I feel like this is a no-brainer to pick this one up instead of the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. But I will leave it up to you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.